Hello, everybody. How are you all doing? So, I'm going to tell you a suspicion I have. And, obviously, nobody has confirmed and corroborated this with me. It's just a suspicion I came to after watching America's Most Wanted. There was a convenience store killer, Leah Rowland's killer. Well, I suspect Leah Rowland's killer from 1997 is my stepfather, Dale North. I suspect Dale is Leah Rowland's killer. However, I also suspect lots of things. I also suspect because I look like Sid Barrett, he's my biological father. So don't come to a feeling of conviction Dale is Leah Rowland's killer just because he resembles the surveillance photo, a video or photo or whatever. Dale has never confessed to me he's Leah Rowland's killer. I just suspect it. And, I'll share with you a photograph my father took on my birthday this year, on my 37th birthday, 2024. He shared with me this photo. He took this photo of me, and it's similar enough to Leah Rowland's killer's surveillance photo. And I'm going to show you my stepfather circa 1999. This is my mother and stepfather. I guess, I mean, I don't know the date of this photo, but apparently it's October 24th, 1999. So it's just a suspicion that my stepfather is Leah Rowland's killer. But like I said, I come to lots of suspicions. Basically, when I asked my father, did I ask my father, did you take the photograph of me to, as like a birthday gift, so you and I could take down Leah Rowland's killer together? He said, what did I do? I just took a photograph of you. There's no metaphorical hidden meaning. This is ideas of reference. This is not a reference that Dale is Leah Rowland's killer. Some people say I'm just a man with a wild imagination. I get suspicions, then come to feelings of conviction about my suspicions. I also suspect Sid Barrett of Pink Floyd is my biological father because I look like him. Dale looks like the surveillance video. Does that mean I'm the son of Sid Barrett? No. Dale is not Leah Rowland's killer. I am not the son of Sid Barrett. Catch it, check it, change it, end it. Yeah, somebody said, this isn't, there's not enough evidence linking Dale to this, convenience store. It's a delusion. It's a delusion. So come out of this tsunami. Dave says my mom was a looker in 1999. Yeah, Dave. My mom was a looker back in the day. She looked pretty good back in the day. Actually, she looks a little bit like me. Dave says, "Ooh la la! Look at Christine. Look at Mama Maria." Assuming Dale is Leah Rowland's killer, though, this capture will be a direct result of his appearance on America's Most Wanted. I don't know what capture. I don't know if the show is even still on the air, but assuming it is, this is capture number. I don't know. Let's say capture number 10,000. I don't know how many captures they have. This capture is a direct result of his appearance on the America's Most Wanted program. But yeah, catch it, check it, change it. I mean, what do I call him and say? I suspect. I just suspect. I suspect lots of things. Nobody will take me seriously. I sound like a man with schizoaffective. I sent it to my psychiatrists. If they think there's any credibility to this, they'll forward it to the FBI. You know what I mean? So Mirrors is I could try calling Crime Stop. No, I don't want a psychiatric hospitalization, to be honest with you. So don't try calling Crime Stoppers. What do I say? I suspect. I suspect Sid Barrett is my biological father at times. So just yeah. I also suspect. Yeah, it's just yeah. Nobody's gonna take me seriously. I sound like a delusional man child with schizoaffective. And if anything, the police will come to the house, and I'll be taken to the psychiatric hospital if I call Crime Stoppers. Yeah, and obviously I don't want to go there. So I did. Somebody says I caught it. I caught the emotional tsunami. So well done. Dale is not Leah Rowland's killer from Nebraska in 1997. It's just a suspicion. I suspect a lot of things. No, somebody says I could definitely not beat up Dale if he came at me in an aggressive manner. I'm like a soy boy who takes the perfect selfie. He's like this ex-military army guy who could probably beat the shit out of me if he really wanted to. I'm like walking on eggshells around him. Dale could kick the living shit out of me. He's like a chiseled, hardened army man, and I'm like like a passive. I'm like, here's a good example. I mean, although without the pedophilia allegations, I'm like Michael Jackson, the man child, and Dale is like Joe Jackson. You know what I mean? Dale is an alpha. Dale is a man. It's a guy. It's a man versus a soy boy. Oh, I don't think I'm really a soy boy. I'm just somebody wants a hee hee from me. Hee hee! Come on, girl! Woo! I'm looking at that man in the mirror. I'm asking him to make that change. Hee hee! I suspect you're Leah Rowland's killer, Dale. Woo! I'm gonna call the FBI on you. Oh no, now I'm getting taken to the psych ward. I'm not gonna. I will not. No, I've never asked Dale if he did that, and I will never ask Dale if he did that. That would be too uncomfortable for me. I sent it via text, but I would never ask him that question. I've never called the FBI on Dale before, to my knowledge. I mean, I could have and forgotten, but I don't think I've ever called the FBI on Dale. Hey, sleeves, how you doing? So catch it, check it, change it. My father wasn't giving me a birthday gift. He wasn't saying, "Happy birthday! You're going to take down one of America's most wanted fugitives." And the capture will be a direct result of his appearance on America's Most Wanted. Congratulations, John Walsh. Your show led to the capture of a fugitive. No, just kidding. I'm just joking. I had no childhood. Hee hee. I was kept in solitary confinement. I was pharmacologically abused and tortured and kept isolated, deprived of fun. Woo! I had no childhood like Michael Jackson. Brain. So, guys, do you think I behave like Moppy Perry Saturn? Do you think I behave like somebody who's a pudding head, who has neurological damage, who's a vegetable mind? You know, I'm afraid people are looking at me as though I am. And I think it was done for nefarious reasons by my mother and stuff. Do people think my executive functioning is high, or do you think I behave like Moppy Perry Saturn? Basically, it's a wrestling character who... that was a bad example. Do you think I behave like Syd Barrett of Pink Floyd? Miru says, I do come across a bit slow on first impression. Have I always came across a bit slow? Or is it just having... Is it the years of trauma? Like, what if I do come across a bit slow? What do you think the reason is? Somebody says we need a wee wah. Wee wah. So somebody says it. You know, obviously, you know, you can still do wee wah. So if you get that big money Hollywood movie contract, Andrew, you can still do wee wah. I still got it. I'm not quite like Syd Barrett yet. Maybe a little bit like Mick Foley. I took a few chair shots to the head, metaphorically speaking, not literally. And maybe I have some neurological damage. And maybe it wasn't even my fault. Maybe it was the nefarious actions of others. But I can still do wee wah. So, you know. Somebody says, it doesn't matter what caused the neurological damage, just accept the way my life is and my shortcomings. Fair enough, Miru. I mean, fair enough. What do you think caused it, though? Do you think it was the sadistic, nefarious actions of others? Do you think my mother and stepfather sadistically did it to me? They were trying to render me a vegetable mind by torturing me? I know, you know, obviously Dr. Garrett says my chains are internal, not maternal. The door is wide open. I could get a job and get independent. Nobody is holding me at gunpoint, forcing me to pour my life down the drain. And even if my mother and stepfather went away, you know, like my liberators went away, my prison guards went away, I would not be flying off to Hollywood superstardom. I'd be terrified and wouldn't know what to do because they're taking care of me. So, like let's say hypothetically speaking, my mother and stepfather, went away. What the fuck would I do? I wouldn't know how to take care of myself. So even if they, my last appointment with Dr. Garrett is this Monday, so I'll talk to him about it at this appointment. So there were a bunch of geese on the front lawn when I got back, and they were eating grass like this, which obviously was pretty cool. Here's an interesting story. I was taking a walk at 3 a.m. a few nights ago, maybe a week ago, or 2 weeks, or 3 weeks, or maybe even a month ago. And I saw a bunch of geese, and it was very quiet outside. And the geese, they were all eating grass on the front lawn. And the sound the geese were making while eating grass on the lawn was really interesting. It sounded like this. Really, really, really a fascinating sound. A real fascinating sound that I'll remember for quite some time. Remember, nobody is keeping me in solitary confinement to torture me. I'm not. My mother is not like the Warden Norton from the Shawshank Redemption. I'm not like Andy Dufresne being kept in solitary confinement. I'm not. Slowly digging a hole and gonna crawl through sewage to escape the prison. This is not like the Shawshank Redemption here. Miru asks, were the geese making MRI noises? No, they were not, Miru. No, they were not. Behind that poster is a gigantic hole. I'm going to crawl through it to freedom. Somebody asked me if I could escape my current situation by crawling through a mile of shit. Would I? Yes. If I would have as much money as Elon Musk by crawling through shit, I would certainly do it. As a lot of people would. And if I could crawl, if somebody said to have as much money as Elon Musk crawl through shit for a mile, I would do it. Would I come out clean on the other side? Yes, I would come out without any STDs or diseases. I understand it's other people's shit. Maybe I'd take HIV PrEP after I crawl through the shit. I don't know. It sounds like a fucking comic book villain, like the Joker. Like, why would somebody say to you, you have to crawl through a mile of shit, and you get $1 billion? Like who the fuck would give you that ultimatum? Although if Elon Musk came to me and said, you know what, I'll give you $1 billion, but you have to crawl through a mile of other people's shit, would I do it? I don't know. Probably. But like, it sounds like the $1 Million Man or Vince McMahon. It's never going to happen in the real world. Do you know what I mean? Who the fuck would? It would ruin Tesla. It would ruin Tesla. It would ruin all his investments. People would start protesting if Elon Musk was giving people ultimatums to crawl through shit for $1 million. You'd be like, oh, Andrew, you could have $1 billion, but you have to crawl through shit. It's almost like a sugar daddy arrangement, except a little bit more sadistic and nefarious. Like you have to crawl through shit, and I'll give you $1 billion. Crawl through a mile of shit. It's the Dookie Daddy. Elon Musk is the Dookie Daddy. He wants you to crawl through a mile of shit. That's all he wants. I'd be like, okay. Typical freaky Elon, having you crawl through a mile of shit to make $1 billion. You have to earn that billion, Andrew. Andrew, you got to earn that billion. Crawl through a mile of shit. Okay. Miru says she'd crawl through a pit of hypodermic needles for $1 million. Miru, that's... You run the risk of getting HIV that way. However, well, would you rather have HIV and be a billionaire, or be clean and not have HIV? Be clean and poor but not have HIV. Mirror says she would just find an AIDS boy or a boyfriend. She would just find an AIDS boyfriend. Somebody says Mirror is more hungry for Elon's money. She would crawl through hypodermic needles to become a billionaire. I would only crawl through shit. So Elon would probably focus more on Miru than me. Damn it. Damn it! So, all right, guy. I think I'm gonna get going, guys. Adios, amigos and amigas. Peace out.